Close your eyes and imagine a monochrome platform puzzler using all the colors of the rainbow. Simple, no? This review was done on the PlayStation 4 version of the game, and a review key was generously provided by the developers Fiddlesticks and Curve Digital. Hue takes place in a stylized black and white world, where you play as the titular boy Hue, exploring the world around you, solving puzzles, and learning what happened before the start of the game. Initially, you are in the little fishing village where Hue lived with his mother, and as you explore the surroundings, you locate shards of color that allow Hue to change the world and reveal or hide objects. Change the world from black and white to black and blue hides everything blue and lets you pass by blue obstacles. This is the core mechanic of the game and used to solve puzzles and avoid dangers. As Hue delves into the world below the surface, he encounters more colors and nuances to help him deal with the world around him, changing his view of the world to move forward. Yes, it's almost as if the game mechanics and the setting is allegorical in nature. The story itself, which I'll refrain from spoilering, is told in a series of letters from Hugh's mother and read out in-game by the actress Anna Acton. It is no secret that I'm a sucker for good voice acting in games, and in Hue it's done perfectly, hitting the tone and pacing of the game and matched elegantly with the background music. The music is also a key part of the atmosphere in Hue, played primarily on piano by Elkis Livathinos. Throughout it all, it shows what a good scoring can do and is fully as integral a part of the experience as anything else in the game. A piece by Livathinos was originally used in the early demos of Hue, and when it was time to work on the full game, the developers at Fiddlesticks soon realized they wanted him to do the full soundtrack, resulting in 29 original compositions. Of course, with a name like Hue and a core mechanic revolving around colors, it is no surprise that the game can make use of third-party components to show, well, colors. And the developers have even been working on supporting Philips Hue. Unfortunately, this feature is limited to the Windows PC version of the game, while on the PlayStation it is only the light bar on the DS4 controllers that lights up and matches the in-game colors. The various LED lights, bulbs and LED stripes that I have at hand here are also not on the list of supported platforms, so there's precious little to play with for me. Now, the meat of the game are the puzzles, and solving them by changing the colors of the game. They start out easy enough, and through each set of levels, the various challenges are introduced and then built upon. For experienced players, this will at times seem like a slow pacing, but for the younger audiences it works perfectly, and with the overall atmosphere of the game, the relaxed pacing is just fine. As you progress and collect more colors, the challenges do step it up, with some requiring simply choosing the right color on the wheel, and other making demands on the timing of the changes. All the usual suspects are there: dropping stones, spiky death, moving bridges, crumbling platforms, and pressure plates. The color mechanic also allows for challenges about placing colored boxes of varying heights in the right order, where you have to hide a box to drag others past it. Where it gets fun is when you have to drop things from a height by removing a colored box, triggering pressure plates with invisible boxes, or navigating a maze by swapping around colored walls. The controls are simple enough. With a stick for movement, a stick for choosing color, jump and push-pull, it stays true to the simplicity of a pure 2D puzzler. This also helps making the game nice and relaxing. There's an early upper limit to how many fingers you have to track, and while some might find this boring, being able to plop down and thoroughly relax with this game is frankly part of its charm. I gave it a 9 for design. The core design is strong, built around the color changing mechanic, and a soft but clean visual style which supports this. As mentioned, the music only helps to bring this out further, along with the storytelling. With the third-party integration of lighting equipment, the game also pushes its design into the real world. For challenges, I gave it an 8. Most of the earlier puzzles are trivial for experienced players and can be a bit off-putting having to slog through, but later challenges step it up and require some thought. For younger players, the level is perfect and grows nicely. For fun, I gave it a 7. Fun is perhaps not the correct word in relation to Hue, but entertainment is definitely to be had. Whether you focus only on the puzzles or only on the story, or that mix, there's something to be had for a varied crowd. With replayability, I scored it a 6. As with many puzzle platformers, there's not the greatest amount of replayability, and I found no hidden story elements that will make you go a second round looking for more. There's also the usual collectibles throughout the levels, which will make you go back to past levels as you unlock colors to access other branches. But there's no incentives for speedruns or global scoreboards, and neither would really make sense given Hugh's style. For price, I gave it a 7. At $14.99 on Steam and PSN, with the PS4 and PS Vita cross-buy on the PlayStation Network, the game hits a decent price point. And for owners of both the PS4 and PS Vita, there's good value with the cross-buy. On Steam, there's also a bundle including the soundtrack, which is definitely worth considering. And right now on PSN, there's a $29.99 Instant Indie Collection Volume 4, which includes Hugh, as well as Dear Esther and The Flame in the Flood. The final verdict gives it a 7.4 out of 10. It's a clean, good fun, simple but challenging game, playable by all ages with a nice story and excellent execution on almost all levels. Color me impressed.